So this guy right here, he is definitely a marketing expert and in more ways than just one. So he and his wife are internet marketing experts, but they also built a tremendous business networking social network in a very short period of time. Nicholas and Michelle Scalice, Danny Velasquez put together the Port St. Lucie Business Club. But Nicholas's business is Earnworthy, and he has an incredible CRM and structure put together for small business owners. I feel like everybody should definitely reach out to him and learn more about that. And he is the mastermind behind helping us create this virtual experience for you. So without further ado, Nicholas, thank you so much for all the ways that you help and that you help not just me, but you help our community. So with that being said, I'm going to get off of here and let you get to it.
Awesome. Thank you, Veronica. Hey, everyone. Honored to be here. I'm going to be talking about AI. So let me share my screen real quick and then we'll jump right into it. So hopefully everyone, can you see my slide deck there? It should say AI tools you need to try.
Yes, we can see it.
Fantastic. Okay. We're going to be talking about AI. Now, if you've seen some of my presentations before, this one's going to be a little different because I'm not going to be going into the basics of AI like I typically do. I'm not going to define any AI terms. I'm not going to really go into any detail regarding the theory of AI and all the technical stuff because I know how exciting that all is on a Tuesday night. We would all love to hear about the differences between the large language models and all the different technical stuff. But instead, what I'm going to share is just a lot of AI tools. So we're going to be looking at a number of tools. In fact, we're going to cover all of the tools on this page. You don't have to worry about screenshotting this. I can send this to you at a later date if you want to recap or save all of these tools. But we're going to go through all these tools. I'm going to quickly give you some use cases for them, and hopefully you're going to walk away with some ideas for how you can get more value out of some of these tools that you might already be using, or maybe there's some on this list that you've never heard of. Hopefully that's my intention, is that you'll find a few that you really want to explore and try for the first time. So to make it easy to follow, I've categorized the tools into 5 groups. We're going to cover these 5 categories. AI for writing. So these tools are going to help you write faster and write better, whether it's email, blog post, website copy, or even just brainstorming ideas. Then we're going to look at AI for graphics and design. And even if you're not a designer, these tools are going to help you create professional visuals, social media posts, and marketing materials in just a matter of minutes. We're also going to look at AI for audio and video. One of my favorite categories and one of my favorite tools that I'll be covering is in this category, something that is, in my opinion, just revolutionizing the world at this point, especially the music industry. So we're going to look at ways that you can generate voiceovers, or maybe you have a podcast or you've just started a podcast and you want to get better at editing it. You can do that with some of these tools. So they're going to bring some powerful media capabilities to you, even if you're not an editor. Then we're going to look at AI for workflows. This is where AI can help you automate repetitive tasks, and it's going to help you connect things together. And it's ultimately going to save you a lot of time. And then finally, we're going to look at AI enhanced tools. These are the platforms that you might already be using, like ClickUp or Notion, and now they have AI baked into them. So each of the categories solves a different problem. And by the end, hopefully, like I said, you're going to find at least 1 or 2 tools that you want to try right away. So we'll jump right in with AI for writing. So whether you're writing emails, landing pages, or blog posts, these tools are, in my opinion, absolute game changers. And it's really where we should all start when it comes to AI. So for each of these tools, you can see the URL is down at the bottom. At the top of the slide is a simple 1-sentence description of the tool, and then there's a screenshot to show what it looks like. So we're going to start with one that we all know and love, which is ChatGPT. This is like having a writing assistant that you can call on pretty much any time of day or night. Now they have voice mode if you have the mobile app. It's just an incredible tool. It's sort of like the core AI tool that I use and that many others use at the core of their AI technology stack. And if you need to get a question answered in a hurry, you feel stuck, you just need some idea generation, this is the tool that you can turn to. That's just one of the, actually, statistically, one of the fastest growing products in history. And definitely check out ChatGPT if you're not already using it. Next up, we have Claude, which is a lot like ChatGPT. This is from a company called Anthropic. And right now, Claude and ChatGPT are sort of neck and neck, depending on which benchmarks you look at, but they're always sort of vying for that top position in terms of the general AI tools. And so it works a lot like ChatGPT, but it's built to handle longer documents. You can upload PDFs, contracts, meeting notes, and you can ask questions about them. It has a lot of very deep integrations that they just released, and it's really good at code. So there's certain capabilities that Claude has that ChatGPT just can't match at the moment, especially with longer documents or anything related to code. So it's a great way to review your content without having to read everything line by line. You can upload a contract to it, you can have it summarize it, and it'll save you a lot of time. Next up, we have Google Gemini. Now, the cool thing about Google Gemini is that if you're already in that Google Workspace environment, meaning if you have your professional work email set up through Google Workspace, there's a chance that you have a paid plan with Google Gemini, because on certain Google Workspace plans, the pro version's included. So you want to check that out. You can go to gemini.google.com and see if you have that pro plan already if you're using Google Workspace. But what's great about this is it's tied into those Google products. It's tied into Gmail and Docs and other Google tools. So if you're in that ecosystem, it's a great tool to utilize. So the next category we're going to look at is design. So even if you're not a designer, these tools can help you create content and create visuals fast. They're perfect for creating content, ads, or just generally making things look good. So first up, we have Canva. And I know that some of these are tools that we've all heard of, but if you haven't looked at Canva in a while, they've really gone all in with AI, and they've built AI into almost every feature of the platform. So now you can generate text, you can clean up designs, you can remove things, you can change things, all directly in Canva. Next up, there's a tool called Midjourney. Midjourney creates images from text prompts, and all of these example images here were created just from a prompt, just by typing something in. You could type in retro diner logo with neon, and it's going to give you some really amazing artwork. And it's really useful for, especially for early stage branding, or when you're trying to come up with ideas, or you just want something to test quickly. Next up, there's a tool called Leonardo. Leonardo.ai. A lot of people haven't heard about this one. It's similar to Midjourney, but it focuses more on marketing, and it helps you create cleaner, more ad-friendly visuals like product banners, things like Facebook campaign ads. It's a very useful tool with many different image generation models you can use. So think of it like your AI art department for producing creative that'll actually fit your brand style. And next up, we want to look at some AI tools for audio and video. So these are really helpful, especially if you're creating content, whether it's social media content, music, voiceovers, whatever it may be. Maybe you want to start a podcast and you need some help from AI to get you going. So this is the tool I wanted to share, the one that I said I think is the most revolutionary right now out of all of these tools on the list. It's called Suno.com. It lets you generate custom music or songs just by typing a few words. So you can create full songs with lyrics and melody in just literally in a minute. And it's great for content creators or brands that want original background music, or maybe you just want to have a jingle or a theme song for your company. I think as homework, everybody should try this out. You just go to Suno.com, type in a prompt, say, hey, I have a pet sitting company based in Port St. Lucie. It's called, Joe's Pet Sitting Company, and it'll create a jingle for your brand, and you can even give it a style. It's incredible. You could have it in a hip hop style, a pop style. It's an incredible tool. So check out Suno. Next up, there's 11 Labs. This helps you turn text into high quality voiceovers that sound natural. It's really the best voice system out there for taking text and converting it into voice. So it's perfect for explainer videos, voicemail systems, and so on. And a lot of the other tools where you can hear an AI voice, a lot of times they're using 11 Labs on the back end. Then you have Descript. Descript is one of my favorite tools for editing video. So it makes editing video as easy as editing a Google Doc. You can delete filler words, you can rearrange clips, you can even generate voiceovers. So check that out if you're looking for a video editor that's AI powered. Next, we have AI for workflows. This is where AI gets really powerful, and it can help you pretty much automate your entire business. It's going to help you save time, reduce mistakes, and handle all of that boring stuff automatically. So this is a pretty interesting one. It's called N8N. It's probably got the weirdest name out of any of the tools we're covering. It's N8N.io. Don't ask me what the name means. It's some technical explanation, I think. But it's an automation platform. So if you ever heard of something like Zapier or make.com, this is like the next version of it that's really put AI at the center. And if you've been paying attention to AI and what's happening right now we're in sort of this agentic era of AI where you're able to create AI agents. You might have heard that phrase, AI agents. Well, how do you create an AI agent? One of the best ways to do it is with this platform called N8N. It's an automation platform that lets you connect all the different apps that you use, like your email, spreadsheets, a CRM, and then the AI basically lets you make smart decisions, and you can basically create your own agents. So I think you should definitely keep an eye on this tool. It's going to become very, very popular in the next year as agentic AI continues to develop. So, and then here's another one. This is a shameless plug. This is a tool that I'm actually connected to called Earnworthy Amplify. It's a CRM built for local service businesses. But the reason I wanted to share it here is that AI is built throughout this platform because it's built on a very popular system called High Level. And so it lets you use AI in your business. So if you want to automate follow-up, if you want to make sure nothing falls through the cracks, this is a great tool to help you do that, especially if your business gets lots of calls or form submissions from your website and you need a smarter way to stay on top of all that. Next up, we have Manus. Manus.im. A lot of people have not heard about this, but it basically takes your SOPs or your standard operating procedures or your guides or your training documents, and it turns them into a chatbot that your team can talk to. So instead of digging through folders and asking the same questions over and over, your staff can basically just ask this chatbot that's been trained on your data, and it'll get answers instantly. And then finally, we're going to look at some AI enhanced tools. These are the everyday apps that have AI built into them. So maybe you're already using some of these tools, but if you haven't looked at the AI features of them, make sure to check them out. ClickUp is a project management tool. This is the tool that we use at Earnworthy at our marketing agency. We had previously been using Asana, but we saw what ClickUp was doing, and they are really all in on AI. So if you need a project management tool, you want something better than a spreadsheet, more powerful than Trello, check out ClickUp because they have their AI brain built into ClickUp. So it helps you manage your projects, manage your team, manage all of that stuff with AI at the center. And then there's Notion, which is a very popular note-taking tool, but now it's become much more than that. It's a AI workspace, and it can help you draft content, rewrite content, summarize content. So if you're juggling notes and content and documents and wikis and all that stuff, Notion is a very powerful platform that now has AI at its center. And then there's Perplexity. This is another tool that's sort of a sleeping hidden gem. Perplexity, think of it as an AI-powered search engine that gives you fast answers with real sources linked right below. So it's really powerful if you're doing research and you want to have a quick, reliable summary without having to scroll through 5 different blog posts. So this, I feel, is the closest we've gotten to a really good AI-powered search engine. Dare I say, even better than the AI mode on Google. So if I'm trying to search for something and I want to have an AI tool help me with that, I would use Perplexity. If I want to generate content, I would use one of those other tools that I shared earlier, like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. But Perplexity is very powerful when it comes to search, and it does a lot of other things. So this is another interesting one to look into. There's some rumor out there that maybe Apple might be acquiring it. Who knows? That would certainly put them up there and able to compete a lot better if they did do that. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So yeah, so here are all the tools. Again, I'm happy to send this out after if anyone has any questions. But with that, it looks like I'm about a minute early on my time here. But hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully you've walked away with at least 1 or 2 tools that you can check out. Thank you.
Nicholas, my gosh, one or two tools. I have pages of notes, man.
Nice.
That was outstanding. I love learning about new tools. I probably just need to take a class with you and learn them all at one time because woo, it's a lot of
It's a
information.
lot. It can be overwhelming for sure.
Yeah, outstanding. Thank you
Thank you.
so much for all of that information. That was a lot of great information.